I just want to say that you are here to congeal two parts of yourself into one whole being. There are two parts of you who are kind of at odds with each other and want to fight with each other. And maybe that you feel this way with a partner. Maybe you feel this way with yourself. Maybe you feel this way with your job. Maybe you feel this way with a child. I don't know. But either way, there's a part of you who is feeling split into two parts, and Shiva Lingam and these two stones want you to bring yourself closer together in unity, together, interlaced as one. The Prehnite stone is very much about confidence, beauty, and being seen, heard, and felt in the most authentic way. It is a stone of dreams. It is a stone of shadow work. It is a stone of breaking through old patterns and old ways of being so that you may be born again into a new life. Tiger's eye or hawk's eye. This one is a bit of both. It's got the tiger's eye orange and yellow, but it also has the hawk's eye blue in there, which is a natural occurring phenomenon within tiger's eye stone. If a tiger's eye stone is exposed to one mineral over another, it will turn either yellow or blue, and this one has both. So the way I see it is you are meant to be calling upon your inner power on both levels, because not only are tigers a symbol of power, but so are hawks a symbol of power. They are both predators, and they are both here to take what is rightfully theirs, no questions asked, no guilt given. I've actually dealt with this myself, where I have resonated deeply with the rabbit, and yet here I am also resonating deeply with a hawk. So both of which are the opposite of each other, and both of which hunt, the hawk hunts the rabbit. So the way I see it is the two parts of you that want to become together are that of the spiritual realm and the higher dimensions, and your soul spirit, your higher self, or God, whatever you want to call it, spirit with capital S. And not only does that part of you want to come together with the other part of yourself, which is more carnal, physical, and about life or death situations, and also about survival. I feel that these two stones here are to help you balance out. The Shiva Lingam is about balance as well between the masculine and the feminine. I always see the masculine as the bright light, the light, the small pinpoint of direction and light to direct us. And the dark side, which is the feminine side, is the soil, the manure, the nutrient-rich basin in which we find ourselves gathering all the resources we possibly can with what we are meant to create. Because that is what happens when you bring both of these two sides together, is a level of creation in which no man has ever seen. And that's where we are at right now, looking at these cards and these stones right now. Where are you meant to create spiritual connection and break through fears and past traumas? And where are you supposed to connect with the earth and connect with heaven and spirituality and the higher mind and higher states of conscious being, both of which thrive in the element of love? That is the question for you to ponder greatly within yourself as you listen to this reading. I am here to help you with deciding what specific area to focus this energy on, because here here it is. This idea can be applied to literally any place in your life. So, to help you narrow this down with your energy, I'm here to help you decide where you need to find balance. Let me go into what comes out with the Wildwood Tarot. What I have found for you, pile 1, is 2 cards from the Wildwood Tarot, and that is the Ace of Vessels and the 7 of Archer. Now, if you take a look at the symbolism of these cards, I will explain them to you out loud. The Ace of Vessels is very much about a singular vessel of water pouring abundance out into a pool of everlasting water in which not only wildlife gets to drink from, but so does nature and your dreams. And that's where the Archer comes in, is the Archer is poignant in her aim. Look at this card. Her focus is eminent. She is focused. She has been training to focus on one singular target. So to me, what this reading is saying to you, dear listener, is to combine both sides of you to be able to find the one poignant place to aim your energy at. I would say the Ace of Vessels, which is also the waters of life, is the place in which you find the most emotional fulfillment. The Ace of Vessels would be the equivalent of the Ace of Water or the Ace of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. Now, can we live life without feeling emotional fulfillment? I'd say yes, but there will be suffering. You can win the lottery, but if you do not feel emotionally fulfilled, the lottery means nothing to you. You can win the promotion you wish to have at your job, but if it does not emotionally fulfill you in some place, it's a waste of time. So I ask you, pile 1, what place do you feel the most emotionally fulfilled? Even if you don't have an answer for that, find the essence of little nuggets of wisdom and truth and information that would point you in the right direction, because that is what this reading is about, is asking you to find what your goal is, what your aim is. Find your emotional aim. Find balance between your spiritual self and your earthly self, and aim your arrow towards your goals. The 7 of Archer, she is very determined to get the kill. And maybe the story for her is her whole village is dying or starving. And so getting the kill is of the utmost importance. This is how I feel it is for your life, this is of the utmost importance for your life. Do not allow yourself to be swayed by things that do not fulfill you emotionally, spiritually, deeply, because that is what the water represents. Emotions, spirituality, and depth. Can you drink deeply from the thing you are investing in? If you do not invest deeply in the things that you can drink deeply from, you are wasting your time. What I'm hearing is you need some protection. And these 2 crystals actually do offer protection, but it's kind of a sideline protection. It's not like a black crystal, which is like a shield or an absorber of negative energy, blah. Very, very powerful, especially for those who are in lower vibrational trenches. You, I feel like, have ascended beyond the lower vibrational trenches, but are kind of like in this middle ground where you're not quite sure what to do next. And that's why I'm here to help you. That's why you're watching this reading. And if you are watching this reading and you vibe with what I'm saying, please subscribe. So we have here Prehnite, Shiva Lingam, and this hawk's eye / tiger's eye. Now, how Prehnite has served me is it has served me in the sense of breaking past my emotional overwhelm. I have felt emotionally and energetically overwhelmed, and it's been too much for me to make decisions. I felt at the mercy of others. And this stone has helped me not only be able to see clearly what I need to make, the decisions I need to make for myself, but also it has helped me with having a good night's sleep. Now, this stone won't make you sleepy. However, it will help you get grounded with your dreams and your reality. And in that sense, it will help your dreams become more alive and vivid when you do fall asleep. It will help you sleep. So I would say if you have Prehnite, use it while you sleep. And then the tiger's eye is what you carry during the day. And this helps you gain vitality, energy, and the willpower to create the life you wish to create, in which you have seen through the power of Prehnite. And that's where Shiva Lingam comes in, is it's a very, very good stone for balance. The masculine and the feminine. The masculine being the waking life, the action life, the doing life. The feminine being the sleeping life, the dreaming life, the wishful life. There is a possibility for you, Pile 1, to combine both lives into one for yourself. And here I am to give you more information, even beyond just this right here and right now. We are going to see what area of life this is referring to. Let's see what else the cards have to offer as far as specifically what part of your life this integration of two dualistic sides needs to happen. This integration of two sides of two-sided thinking needs to happen, needs to integrate together. We will look into the cards further using the Light Seers Tarot to see where specifically this melding needs to happen of two dualistic natures within you. We have the Five of Wands reversed, the Knight of Swords reversed, and the Death card upright. And as a bonus, the opposite end of the spectrum, the bottom of the deck, is the Two of Swords reversed. Now, I'll explain the Two of Swords reversed here, the Two of Swords reversed here, by saying you are clearing up any confusion by watching this reading. The Two of Swords is especially conveyed in this card here is a confusion of the mind. It is not knowing which way to go to create a better future for yourself. It is not a clear answer for which way or that way. You have both crows crowing in both ears, and the woman cannot decide which one to listen to. She has her ear open on one end and the symbols open on the other end, and she yet cannot decide. So that is why you are here, Pile 1, is to help yourself decide which way to go, which part of your insight you should listen to, because I feel like you have a very strong intellect. You are very intelligent, and you are here not only to balance out what you feel is truthful in spirit, but what you feel is truthful in logic, societal standards. So here I am to help you find a middle ground between the two. First of all, we have the Five of Wands here. The Five of Wands is doing battle with others, but in a way that isn't to the death. It's like a practice. It's like practicing dueling with wooden katanas rather than actual samurai swords. You're not going to cut your opponent to death. However, you are still battling, so it still feels real, however, without the actual death part. The fact that this is reversed is like I feel like you have been going through this and you're tired of it. You're tired of fighting, whether this is with other people, with your family, with your friends, or with yourself. You're tired of fighting. But the Five of Wands can also represent practicing. You're like practicing almost in a way to deal with the conflict around you. So maybe this is just 2% of the story that I have to say for pile 1, is that you actually are smarter than I'm giving you credit for. And you have been practicing conflict with others within your own mind and heart. Like, okay, I know where I stand, but if I were to hold myself up to my own standards, who am I going to have to fight with? Who am I going to have to convince? Who am I going to have to say, hey, you are actually in the wrong? So that's something to take into consideration. Are you the one that's considering how to confront other people? Not only is Five of Wands how to confront other people, but also how to work with other people. So sometimes when we confront other people, we are also learning how to deal with that person in particular. And it may be a group of people or even with yourself. Don't forget, this could be family, friends, work, love, or yourself. Take this as it resonates. These people are in action. They're almost like acrobats figuring out how to raise themselves up a level, but they aren't working together. They're working alone, but with each other. So this is the way I see it, is you are working alone to raise your own vibration, to raise your own level of standards, to raise your own your own well of self-being. And it can be a little disheartening when you look to another and they seem so focused on their own thing. But little do you know that this is your task as well, to focus on your own thing. What is your own thing, pile 1? That's what I want to know, is what is your own thing? What is the dream that feeds the emotional wellspring, that feeds the inner part of you, that helps bring balance and congeals both sides of you? The next card we have is the Knight of Swords reversed. Now, the Knight of Swords is very much like running after the things that will take you places. This can be a little bit, it can be useful, but at the same time, it's like you're going to, if you rush into things on either rushing into moving fast or moving fast to rush into things, either way, you're going to come over speed bumps. And that's what I feel like why the Knight of Swords is reversed, is because it is a speed bump. The speed bump is coming to terms with where you want to go and how you're going to get there. And I know that's an easy way to say things, but it's true, because what you want to do and how you're going to get there is all about the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is all about what he wants to do and how he's going to get there. However, it's reversed. So to me, this is saying slow down and see where it is you actually want to go. Because the fact that underneath the Archer is the Death card tells me that you are ready to aim towards new heights, new beginnings, new futures, which requires death. And I absolutely love this Death card, because not only does it refer to the cloaked death that is going to take an end to the things that you have so lovingly fed energy into, but it is also a new beginning, a spark of life in which you could have never known previously. The fact that the Death card is also known as the Rebirth card and is also a number 13 card. The number 13 is a very heavily feminine number and energy. So this, to me, I'm seeing a lot of masculine and feminine. You have the ingoing energy and the outgoing energy. And here's what I'm seeing is like the outgoing energy is transforming into the ingoing energy, which is going to become the outgoing energy. And that's where we're at right now. And that's why I feel so strong about this reading, pile one, is you are literally at the precipice of a major change. And it literally is about getting focused on what is emotionally fulfilling, what you're willing to fight for, what you're willing to run towards to create that balance of what you're aiming towards. And are you actually willing to let an old part of yourself die to allow this new part of yourself to begin? That requires the most utmost balance between the masculine and the feminine. Are you allowing yourself to birth new lives and have goals towards future, and also allow old lives to end and die and become the soil in which, the nutrient soil in which new futures can be birthed? That is my question for you. I do want to say that both Prehnite and Hawk's Eye and Tiger Stone is very much about a grounding stone as well as an elevation stone. It brings you to higher levels while keeping grounded. It is a stone of balance. Both of these stones are about balance. The fact that they have light and dark within them is huge for balance. For what I've chosen for you, pile one, from the Whispers of Healing guidebook is the number 2 card, Compassion. I find this card very funny that it says compassion, because it comes from a card that shows easily a wood nymph going into fall from summer, but just barely the beginning. You can see a little bit of the orange coming in from here. The deer, the birds, the woodlark, and the rabbit considering winter and almost consulting Mother Earth for, is it wintertime? Should we get prepared? That's what I'm feeling here. And not only does Mother Earth have compassion for its creatures when it goes into wintertime, but wintertime has compassion for Mother Earth when Mother Earth goes into wintertime. So I feel that for you, pile one, that you need to have compassion within yourself to know that to go from emotional fulfillment to execution of that emotional fulfillment is a balance of an ebb and a flow, a give and a take, a spring and a fall, which are both times of change. Both are times of change. Winter and summer are the full brevity of what those times of change give us. Summertime is we're in full swing of growth. Wintertime is in more full swing of sleep, of rest, of reprieve, of death, of barrenness. And so for you, pile one, I feel like it is a compassion for you to give to yourself whatever needs to be in ebb and whatever needs to be in flow. During a healing challenge, it might seem counterintuitive to have compassion for someone who hurt you in the past. However, forgiveness is a vital step in your healing process. Decide to let go of resentment, feelings of hurt, suffering, being the victim, or wanting revenge, or low in vibration, and prevent you from making progress. Forgiveness carries a high vibration. Forgiving communication. Forgiving someone in your past will bring healing to you. You don't need to communicate an apology. Forgiveness is something you do within yourself. Once you decide to forgive, it can lead to feelings of tolerance, sympathy, and consideration for the person who hurt you. This card might be prompting you to consider any hurt or pain you may have caused others. Ponder the time when others have forgiven you. Forgiveness is a process. You may need to reflect on small offenses more than once, and bigger offenses even more so. In the card artwork, a dryad is connecting to a rabbit and a sparrow. The dryad's visible roots may signify the need to ground yourself. Try to look at a situation from a different perspective. The sparrow may indicate situations being resolved in a creative manner. The rabbit signifies a beginning as well as working out social differences. The orange and yellow hues may relate to the sacral and solar plexus chakras. The color green represents the heart chakra, where the major healing will occur in this situation. Reflect on how this card affects you. When you think of forgiveness, is there anyone specific that comes to mind? Where would the healing that comes with forgiveness be of benefit to you the most? The last card I have for you is I am grounded and centered. This is a mantra for you. Not only do you have a healing modality for which to focus your energy on, but also a mantra in which to focus your energy on, and to help yourself move through this process of life, death, life cycle, because that is what healing is. That is what forgiveness is the life, death, life cycle. What does that mean? It means that you live a life, you have things that die within that life, and then out of that death, new life comes, new ideations come, new ways of being come, new directions come. So therefore, the life, death, life cycles feeds itself forward with momentum within your life and your future. And it is within you and your power as a conscious human being that can go beyond just primal instinctual action towards mauling your enemy to death. I know that sounds silly, but it's true. Here I am asking you to refine that part of yourself a little bit more and see what part of you needs to cycle through with compassion and forgiveness, what part of you needs to feel fulfilled, and what part of you needs to go forward to make that fulfillment happen. And to find that balance, like the Shiva Lingam wants you to have, between being grounded and centered. And that is what I have for you. I hope you find some use within this reading. I hope that this helps you move forward in the months to come and within the years to come. And I hope that the wisdom from these energies carries forward within you for a lifetime. Thank you so much for being here at The Dreaming Druid. I appreciate you so much. Please, if you are watching this, subscribe. Even if you're only here for a one-stop shop, I would love it if you subscribe to help my channel out grow. Because the more that my channel grows, the more that I want to give you gifts of wisdom. I thank you so much. Have a good one. I love you.